I think it's time you let it go. There ain't no sunshine when he's gone. Only dark clouds when she's away. Doom, doom, doom. Ain't no sunshine when he's gone. This house just ain't no home. Anytime he goes away. Poor Tracy. Okay. What the hell? What's up, y'all? Did I ever tell y'all how much I hate this little holder from my phone? This little mount. This damn thing is trash. I'm gonna stop buying from these little Middle Eastern places that give you a car charger for $5.
W Group showers this afternoon with a high of 87, 77 degrees right now. The Houston BMW Group is adapting to.
It's 77 degrees, a high likelihood of showers today. And did I bring my, okay, I got my umbrella. Hey, what's up? What's going on? Did you guys come and check us out last night? Our guest judge, well, not judge, panel member was Armand Wiggins. I enjoyed Armand. We had a great time. Hope you guys did as well. I think it's cool to have guest panel members come on. I think it's cool. I was trying to keep my composure last night because my ankle was killing me because I was working out at home and I was doing my lunges and I just lunged this particular way and my ankle right now is okay because I took some ibuprofen. I mean, I did some icy hot on it, but I wasn't, so I had to clench my teeth. It wasn't excruciating pain, but on a scale of 1 to 10, probably like 4 or 5. But oh, you'll catch us. That'll be good. Just, you'll get a little kiki because Armand, he can be scandalous. He doesn't mind talking about things that would be considered taboo, and I like that. The guys were talking about I look like a what did they say? I had like a African. I had some type of an African shirt on, so they said I was giving Rastafarian, this Rastafarian type look. Bohemian, that's what they said. I had a bohemian look, and they were shocked when I said I had a jock strap on. That was it was funny, but I'm not conservative at all, and people were shocked. People were kind of like poking fun at me because my only gripe with Armand when he critiqued the show was he called me conservative. And everybody was like, well, Rebel, you act like he said something disparaging about you. And I was like, well, hell, I'm not conservative at all. I'm one of the least conservative people that I know. As far as even my stances on religion, organized religion, I'm spiritual. But, my family's Southern Baptist primarily. So I've always been a person that kind of questioned everything. You're not gonna piss on my leg and tell me it was rain. You know what I'm saying? So when you call me conservative, I'm like, well, where did that come from? And he was just like, I had been drinking. I just was saying stuff, and we were good with that. I was good with it. Let me fix my. Hold on, y'all. My lens is not clear. I need to wipe it. Is that still foggy? Um, hey, Mama Sammy. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Jesus. Take the wheel. Hey, Jay Nisi. I appreciate that, Jay Nisi. You know what? And I think people that watch you, your subscribers, supporters, I think content creators shoot themselves in the foot when they block everyone and people can come in and say good morning and they're like, you know, that's not what we're talking about. And they're blocking you. I'm like, well, damn, you just shot down 4 people that didn't know what you were talking about, and you're just gonna get them. You're gonna block, have your moderators block them because they weren't abreast of what you were talking about. That's the most ridiculous thing that I've seen. Moderate content creators that do that, and I like who I like. There are people that I like that don't like each other, but I've never been a bandwagon jumping person. You ever try to tell me to choose sides, I'm just going to piss you off by not choosing sides, even more so, because I'm not. People don't make me dance to their tune. I can like you, and you may have an issue with someone I'm liking. Like I'm saying this again, I'm like, if you're not doing anything detrimental to their well-being, I don't have an issue. If y'all are roasting and gagging each other, and I like both of you, I don't insert myself. And we got people. Well, the thing is, we have people over here that can say they're not like that, and you can go where you want to go, and they're not. But sometimes those people, when they can't contain it, well, like what happened with me before, when that person had nerve enough to just attack me out of nowhere. And when I told my friends about it, when it friends laughed because they were like, someone put a battery in your back? Oh, hell no. Because they know I'm the friend that always will be quick to, if you wrong me or you come at me in any kind of way, I don't give a damn where we're at. I have to make sure I don't go off like I know I have a temper. I like comedy. Let me say this. I like comedy. I like making people laugh. But people don't realize when you find people that are comedic and have that type of humor, a lot of times that's a compensation for them having tempers. I'm very sensitive. Let me say this. I'm sensitive, and I inherited my mother's temper. My father is so even natured. He's just easygoing. He's the kind of person that he's not confrontational. But my father, when he's been married before, he was verbally abusive to women sometimes. And I always never liked that part of him. My father, I just didn't like how he talked to women. He didn't curse them out, but he would talk down to women. He has chauvinistic ways. His younger self, he was chauvinistic. But I've never seen him put his hand on anyone. But my mother and her father, my grandfather, those are two totally different people. My mother was always quick to fight, and not like, my mother was never ghetto. My mother was never ghetto, but if you came at her, my mother was always a tomboy. When she was growing up, she used to fight in high school. Like, my mother would fight boys, and my mother was only like about 5'3", 5'2". Rough. My grandfather took her hunting as a young girl. She learned how to shoot guns. She would ride horses. She would go fishing. My mother was very much like, we would call her like Ellie Mae. Ellie Mae Clampett from the Beverly Hillbillies. But I've inherited my mother's temper. And I don't think that's a positive thing, because I like to laugh, and I'm the I would get in trouble in school because I would be the prankster and I would dance behind the teacher when she would stand up. I may start doing a silly dance and people would laugh and that would get me in detention. But I was never a person that, there was a person here that was hanging around my group of friends. And since then, that person has been voted off the island by other people where they eventually saw who he was. But this person was trying to bully my friend BJ. And y'all have met BJ. But he would try to bully BJ by not, he would talk down to him. He was one of those kind of persons that would always have something negative to say. If you said, I had a great day today, he'd be like, what was so great about it? I hate living here in Houston. He was from Detroit, like I said. He didn't like Houston. So my mindset, I would always be like, why don't you take your ass home then? Why are you here? He and I got into it. This guy, double my weight, a little taller than me. So he thought that I was a pushover. And he thought in his head that I was someone, because he and I never had any, back and forth. He would always attack my friend BJ. And he would say it like, make sarcastic remarks or say stuff that was just really nasty. And BJ would laugh because BJ is very easygoing. And I used to tell BJ, you need to get that bitch together. Why do you let him say stuff like that to you? One day he tried it with me. And we were out at dinner for my friend Micah's Red Scorpion on here. Red Scorpion's birthday. So he tried to get cute with me and I got cute back with him. Before I knew it, we was in the parking lot rolling over. I had on my slacks, a button-down shirt, dress shoes, and we're rolling over in the parking lot fighting. They broke us up, and I told him, bitch, you ever want to come back at me again, if you ever want to fight me again, bitch, I'm ready. Name a time and a place, bitch, and we gonna lock up like two pit bulls. And I was like, you picked the wrong one, but you picked the right bitch. Now let's do this. So, from that day on, he's never said anything to me because I was ready for him. I cursed him out at a restaurant before that. Now, we did have an exchange before that, and I called him a fat, funky fuck. But it never ignited into a physical brawl. Baby, I stood and I was, listen, when I tell you, I talk about us as black people when we act a fool in public, and that day I showed my arse. We were at an Italian restaurant having brunch. He made a comment. I snapped back. I stood up out of my seat and I said, bitch, we talking. What we gonna do? What you want to do? All this bumping gums is not coming. It's not gonna make a difference. If you want to come with hands, let's do it. They sat us down and he was just puffing like a damn puffer fish. I let him know then, and I think from that moment, he knew that I wasn't the one to be played with. So, on YouTube, when you got these people running around bumping their gums, and when you tell me to, shut the fuck up, and I told my friends, that person told me that, and they were like, oh, well, I know you didn't take that. And I was like, now you damn well know I didn't take it. But when it was that whole, well, someone must have put a battery in Rebel's back, I'm like, who the fuck thinks like that? A battery has to be put in my back for me to respond back to you? Because you see, people think, don't be fooled by the smooth taste. The smooth taste will get your ass handed to you. So, I think people have a false sense of security on YouTube. And they think that they know who you are. But I have to always work on my attitude. I don't have a bad, snappy, mean attitude. I'm easygoing. But I don't have to work on my attitude. That's the wrong word to use. My temper. I have to work on my temper. Let me say that. I have to work on my temper because it's not good being hot-headed. And I told the story about the little neighbor kid, a friend of mine that used to bully me. He was bullying me because he was bigger than me and he was older than me. Until one day I got a pipe and I cornered him on the side of the house, and I was like about 8 or 9 years old, and I beat his ass with that pipe, and he didn't ever mess with me again. you know, we became really good friends. But I knew that in this day and time that would have got me put in jail. I had a bully in junior high. This guy, when I came back to Houston, because we stayed in Minneapolis when I was younger as well, and I stayed in East Texas. When I started going back to school in Houston, it was a culture shock for me because I wasn't accustomed to being around a lot of ghetto black kids. The schools I went to were like mixed. Up north, Minneapolis, Minnesota, East Texas, they were primarily white, Asian, Hispanic, not even that many Hispanics. But when I went to a black inner city school, it was a culture shock to me because I wasn't around so many ghetto black kids that's fighting and girls pregnant in 8th grade. And I'm like, what the hell? And this guy tried to bully me because I was quiet. I wasn't saying much. And he bullied me. It was like he borrowed a pen of mine and he didn't give it back. When I borrowed a pen of his, he was like, I'm gonna give him his pen back. No, I'm gonna pay him for using his pen. And at that moment I said, I'm gonna have to kick his ass. This is what I thought in my head. God be my witness. I said, I'm gonna have to beat his ass because he's thinking that I'm scared of him and he's been trying to bully me. So I know if he whooped my ass, I'm gonna make him remember that he had a fight with me. So I I was thinking, listen, I'm gonna have to whoop his ass. He not bigger than me or anything, but he ghetto. I've seen him try to mess with some of the little Hispanic kids. That one day he picked the right time, but it was the wrong time for him. And he tried to bully me. I told him, don't touch me. I was sitting at my desk and the teacher had left out the room. I said, don't put your hands on me. And I had a serious face. And he was like, I'm going to punch you in your face. I'll hit you. And I said, do it if you want to. Don't touch me. He touched me. If I don't tell you, he put his hand up, like he put his fist up like against my face and like pushed my face. That's all he had to do. I jumped up out of my seat. If I don't tell you, I beat the shit out of that boy. I whooped his ass all over that classroom. And when the teacher broke us up, I said, I'm gonna kick your ass every day after school. So when I would see him, he would run all the time. And I learned then at a young age that you have to sometimes really go all in on a bully. People think that people kind of take your quietness as a form of they look at that as weakness when you're quiet and easygoing. But little do they know that still waters run deep. Okay. So I learned that sometimes you have to, because I've had fights. I don't choose to fight now. I'd probably just shoot your ass and keep it moving. But now, if I have to, I'll slice a bitch throat. But I'm not trying to just always fight with people. If I feel threatened, let me say that. Let me clean that up. I don't promote violence. I don't promote violence. But, you know, I can serve you milk and cookies. But if you get out of line with me, you may be gasping on the sidewalk holding your throat. But okay, Candy Cane, right. Thank you, Just One and hey, Just One and Only. What's up, my love? And that's crazy, Jesus. Because you can go where you want. Damn. You know what? let me say this, and I said this last night. Content creators, all of us have some little narcissistic ways. We are narcissists to a certain extent. Some will deny it, but it's in us. It's almost like actors. Actors are all narcissists. It's something about what you're doing that you're getting, when people are telling you that you're good and you're the best, it like fuels your ego. But sometimes people become so caught up with their ego, their heads are inflated like a damn a balloon, some type of a flying device. What's the thing? What is the blimp? Your head becomes a blimp. But we're all, no one's better than the next person. I don't care how many subscribers you have. I'm not an ass kisser. I've never been that person. People support me. You can support me. I'm cool with that, but I can accept constructive criticism. But some of these content creators, they've developed a deity complex. You can't tell them anything. They feel that their shit don't stink. They want you to navigate how they want you to navigate. You better be careful. Don't go into someone's chat that they don't like. You hit the like button, you super chat. I could like something that Ask April said. I can like what she's talking about. And if I super chat or say something, someone will run back and tell those that don't get along with her, which may be a few people that I like, that I super chatted her. And I'm like, you do know she was on for 2 hours, right? So our super chatter, so you think the super chat is because she was talking about you? I don't roll like that. Now, if I don't like someone, I don't like them, and there's not many people I don't like in the sector. There's a few. There's a few people that I give the side eye because, now that VS is gone, there are a lot of dogs looking for a place to call home. They're wandering the streets and they're taking any scraps that people throw out to them. I still see y'all. Other people may open doors for you and let you come on and, sit on their porch. I see who you are. Bitch, you're not fooling me, and I still know the little crap that you did. There's a mob type of mentality, yes. There is that. Oh, hey, Jeanette. Okay, really? Yeah. Lots of celebrities are narcissists, right? Because, and that's the thing, a lot of content creators don't like to admit that. But when people say I'm the shit, y'all know when content creators say I'm the shit, when you're praising yourself, you're a narcissist. You are. I mean, and I'll be the first to admit, there's a part of me, I have some little narcissistic ways, and I have to work on being a better friend to my friends. I will give my last to someone, but sometimes I can be selfish, and I have to learn how to return calls because people be pissed off because I don't return calls sometimes, and it's not anything personal. Sometimes it's like, um, when you're aware of that I have friends that will get up in the middle of the night. If I'm broke down somewhere, they will come at the drop of a dime from me, and I'll do the same for them. But like when my friends want to meet up sometimes, sometimes I don't want to meet up, and but I have to learn how to be more compromising, you know. So when people can't identify any little negative aspects that they may have, that's a person that you have to give a side eye to because they'll never feel that they're wrong. Candy cane. Well, I like that you feel safe here because I don't condone that. Let me tell you something. The content creator is responsible for the atmosphere in their platform. On their platform, you can cultivate a negative atmosphere or a positive atmosphere. I don't want people coming into my chat room. I don't give a damn if you have 100,000 subscribers. If Tasha K came in here attacking someone, she could get her ass booted out just like anybody else. I don't have, and the thing is, just don't come in my chat being disrespectful. If you don't like someone, if Boss Lady or Ask April or anyone, Lady Snoop came over here, if they're being respectful, don't come over here attacking them. Stay in the bushes and just watch. But a content creator coming into your chat attacking people is very disrespectful. And I don't tolerate disrespect from anybody in this sector. Really, Jeanette? Hey, Kimberly Black. Yeah, let me go in here to work. Um, I work tomorrow, then I'll be off Sunday and Monday. But thank you guys for coming through. And Mama Sammy, that's what I like about you, because I definitely respect that. And everyone else, don't ever feel that this is a safe zone. People may not like each other, but I'm not a kind of person. I don't cultivate that in my platform. My moderators have their own opinions about things on their own personal platforms. But on my platform, my opinion is what matters here. My moderators are respectful to people. Long as you come over here acting like you got some sense. Don't come in here. Don't walk in my house and don't walk on my carpet and not take your shoes off and go right into my refrigerator. You come in here, act like you got some sense, like you weren't raised by wolves. Come over here, respect people. You can have your opinion, but don't come over here assaulting anyone in my chat. And because, before, people have said, your moderator did this, or this woman, she supports this person. And people have sent me emails about that. And I've had to say, my moderators have their own opinion. I'm not a dictator to make you think how I think. If you have your opinion and you have a platform, how can I say you have to be, you may have supported someone before you supported me. If you're supporting someone that I don't agree with, that's your choice, because you may have been friends with them on YouTube a year or 2 or 5 years before I even came into the picture. Who am I to say, now all of a sudden I'm on the scene, so you can't go to that person's platform because people don't like him or her? I don't roll like that. Oh God, here's Wolverine. Oh God. Hey Wolverine, what's up? Wolverine, let me tell you, I've never really had an issue with you. You're funny. Can you be irritating? Sometimes you can be like a herpy that doesn't want to go away. Yes. But, I think that you bring something to the sector. Hey Melissa. Then when I saw you, I was like, oh, okay. He's a big old country cornbread fed thick guy. Looks like he'll get down there and munch on a snoocher all night. But I applaud you for coming out, because people will attack you for that. Listen, y'all know I have a damn nasty mouth. Kid K, don't be laughing, because I need to work on that. I could be, but when I have a little nasty mouth, they start calling me a hoe now, and I'm like, so you've seen a parade of guys coming through my house? You've only seen one person ever. Yes, Wolverine, you. Baby, you look like you'll get down and eat somebody like you eating some chitlins. A bitch, you have to be hitting you in the head to make you stop eating. You like my nasty Melissa? I know. I know my grandmother probably looking down and just smiling, because she used to always love when I say little. I didn't talk nasty in front of her, but my grandmother, my father's mother would say some stuff that would make my eyes just buck. And she was one of those older women that would say it how she meant it, and she had a good sense of humor. She loved her gay grandson, and she would be like, baby, I know you out there getting you some Peter. And I used to look at my grandma. She said, it was a guy that I dated. And when my grandmother would say Peter, he thought that she was talking about like an actual person that I dated. And I told him he had an attitude with me one day, and I was like, dude, when she say Peter, she's talking about penis. She's not talking about an actual person. She said, she kept saying Peter. And older people said Peter. And I used to be like, what the hell are you jealous about? She's not talking about an actual person. She said Peter. She's talking about a body part. So my grandma would be like, she told me the story about her coworker. She gave him a douche because he wanted to have himself clean for his boyfriend. And I was like, oh my God, mom. And I called my grandmother mama. I was like, oh mama, I want to eat. Mama, please. I would cover my ears. And she'd be like, baby, he made sure he was clean for his man. I love them queens. Them queens used to work with me for years. And I used to be like, oh Lord. When she meet my friends, she'd be like, hey queen. And I used to be like, mama. I would talk to her in private. I'd be like, mama, all gay men don't like to be called queen. And she's like, oh baby, I'm sorry, I didn't know. Because my grandmother's brother uh started transitioning and become a woman. He passed away before I met him. He moved to California and he died during the AIDS epidemic in the early 80s. But my grandmother loved her brother. And, so she thought when she would meet his friends, she thought all gay men were queens. So she referred to my friends. It would be a guy that looked like he just DL, one of my just straight appearing friends. And the guys would laugh when they would meet my grandmother because she'd be like, you a queen? I like them queens. And I used to be like, Grandma, no, you can't say that. And she thought it was so funny, asking me what I do. And I used to be like, well, mama, we just hug. We don't have sex. And she used to roll her eyes like, mm-hmm. You're your grandfather's grandson. I know you got some whole ways like your grandfather. And I used to be like, mama. She would hug me and she would thought my grandmother was one of those grandmothers. She just when she used to call me her beautiful grandbaby. She's my baby so pretty. And I would be embarrassed when she would say that. But she just loved, just very affectionate and sweet. But, my grandmother, she was, oh, when she talked about her first husband or she talked about my grandfather, like it was somebody calling, it was another woman calling my grandmother house. And she was like, I'm effing your husband. She told it was somebody just pranking, calling and being silly. And they were like, I'm effing your husband. She said, well, baby, I hope you have fun because he diabetic and that dick don't get hard no more. She said, so baby, you enjoy what you can. And I used to be like, oh, oh, grandma, did you just say, no, my God, grandma. She would say that. I'd be like, mama, why you, like, mama, oh my God. She just was like, well, baby, if she can get that thing to get up, baby, I commend her on that because that ain't going nowhere. I said, okay, mama, I can't have this conversation with you. But y'all, look, I got my little mask. It's not a bracelet. I put my mask on my arm. I'm getting ready to go in here to catch the shuttle and hike to my job. Yes. But y'all, much love. Hit the like button. Shine some light on me. Uh, Subscribe. Check me out. Check out my parodies that I did of Tracy. I did some parodies. Y'all, I'm going to do something soon. I just don't, listen, I don't like doing drag. But I got to get a character for Tracy, and I'm working on something. I'm going to do something soon. It may be today or tomorrow. Because my friend is not coming over because I kind of need some days to myself. And I don't want to get into the Tracy persona and have my friend over. I don't want him to see me in life. He's seen me on pictures, but I don't want him to be there when I'm dressed like Tracy because he may have some strange fetish and want me to dress up like that when we mess. No. But y'all, hit the like button again. I'm out of here. Peace, love. Thank you, moderators, for holding it down as always. Just one and only, Lynn T. Thank you, guys. Y'all hit me back. Just one and only. Send me your number again in my email because I had to go to my email. Y'all, I have like 7,000 emails and I've been trying to erase all the emails. I've been hitting like erase on whole pages and I still probably have like 3 hours left to erase. But y'all, send me your numbers again so I can reach out to y'all when I need to, or, you know, you can reach out to me anyway. But I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.